So I think you touched on one of the key points that we really want to dive deeper in today, which is making sure that, well, of course, security is good, but importantly is the governance, making that resilient, and that is accomplished through a well-distributed token and voting power. So shall we talk about then how the INST token was distributed, and how you decided to target lenders and based on the net worth, the kind of like diminishing quadratic curve and all these rationales and mechanisms that you thought of to find the right people and give them the right amount of voting power?
Yeah, so there are two factors that we check through. First, we need to create a wide distribution chart. So if we just took Instadapp, so we have like at that time we had like I think 25-30,000 contract accounts, and out of which probably 10,000 or 15,000 between somewhere that had interacted with any DeFi protocols. So the distribution chart was quite small. So we came up with an idea like where we can have a very wide distribution chart where we can distribute. Overall community can benefit from this thing. So we included Maker, Compound, and Aave, all the users who are actually managing their position in current, at some block snapshot. Everyone was rewarded with tokens, and if they are an Instadapp users, their rewards were doubled. So if you are Instadapp users, you can claim twice the one which are externally coming into Instadapp. So to make sure that Instadapp users are well rewarded, and even others are also rewarded for just coming to Instadapp and use this platform. And then it led us to another problem. So DeFi is very dominated with whale users. Most of the volumes are being contributed by top 10 to 20 accounts. And if we create this distribution chart, these users are getting most of the tokens, and not the smaller users. So this is what formed a rationale that we should create a chart in a way where more the locked TV net worth you have, diminishing will be your INST rewards. It will increase, but increase in a diminishing manner. So diminishing increments. And yeah, that's what formed a lot of things. There are a lot of rooms for improvements, but it's very hard to create such rules because space is so dynamic. Now we have Polygon users, now we have mainnet users. On Polygon, we can't do Uniswap liquidity mining that we have on mainnet. So those users are asking how we should benefit from that. And so there are lots of different group of users that have different kind of requirements, but we try to go for one where we can target the most user base, and we did had a very good I think around a million Ethereum was added to the Instadapp protocol through this whole distribution plan. But and we are actively thinking what could be the best way to get these tokens on the right hands, the right genuine believers. And it's a more like a continuous work. So yeah, that's a good start.
Yeah, there's something to really keep in mind, that it's a continuous process, right? And what I really hear from you is that the inspiration to distribute it as widely as possible, and also to kind of curb the power of whales, make sure that normal DeFi users actually get a good share of that, and using this timing to also onboard a lot more users and assets onto Instadapp. Like, it seemed to me like it hit like a few birds with one stone. Of course, there was still some noise around people who, maybe they just used it for some transactions but didn't really use lending, and therefore the kind of the net value was not as much.